At the height of the Cold War, Kennedy and Khrushchev reached a vital diplomatic agreement. In moments of crisis, peace was preserved because of dialogue and restraint. The Cuban Missile Crisis reminds us that global peace and security were maintained not only through weapons and military power, but also through international cooperation and sound decision-making in moments of danger. The Cuban Missile Crisis brought the world close to a nuclear war. Both Washington and Moscow made dangerous misjudgments, often relying on incomplete or faulty intelligence. As historian Martin J. Sherwin argued, it was not wisdom or leadership that saved the world, but sheer luck. The United States underestimated the Soviet presence in Cuba. More than 40,000 Soviet troops had been deployed, far beyond the 11,000 Washington believed. American planners assumed that airstrikes might result in an uprising against Castro. It was a grave miscalculation. By the time the blockade started, more than 160 nuclear warheads were already in Cuba. They could strike most of the United States. A U.S. invasion could have unleashed a global nuclear war with catastrophic consequences that are difficult to comprehend. Control and decision-making during the crisis were far from secure. Decisions did not rest only with Kennedy and Khrushchev. Field commanders also held the ability to escalate beyond recall. And leaders are human, influenced by fear, pride, and pressure. Kennedy faced advisors demanding airstrikes. Khrushchev faced generals warning him never to retreat. On October 27th, a Soviet submarine was trapped by the U.S. fleet. The captain prepared to fire a nuclear torpedo. Vasily Arkhipov refused to authorize the launch. His decision may have saved millions of lives. In June 1963, President Kennedy delivered his peace speech at the American University, calling for peaceful coexistence between nations. Kennedy warned that the Cold War arms race posed a threat to humanity. He sought to improve relations with the Soviet Union, which led to direct conflict with powerful interests in Congress and the military. Only 5 months later, Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas. In October 1962, humanity learned how fragile peace can be. The dangers of miscalculation, human error, and escalation of conflicts persist. One wrong step or misunderstanding, and history may have taken a different direction. Today, more than 1,500 U.S. and Russian nuclear missiles are on high alert, ready to launch within minutes. Nuclear weapons still cast a warning over the hope of peace. New hypersonic missiles from Russia, China, and Iran shorten reaction times even further, leaving leaders only minutes to decide between war and peace.
The Cuban Missile Crisis revealed just how fragile the line is between peace and nuclear disaster, illustrating how quickly the world could have descended into nuclear Armageddon. Yet it also demonstrates that with cool heads, smart diplomacy, and open dialogue, catastrophe can be averted. So the next time you hear about international conflicts, remember, peace is never guaranteed. It's up to leaders and all of us to continue pushing for understanding and constructive dialogue. And the ultimate victory? It's preserving a peaceful coexistence among nations and preventing war, or even nuclear catastrophe, no matter how high the tensions rise. That, in many ways, is the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy and the diplomats who played a crucial role in ending the Cuban Missile Crisis. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most pivotal moments. Don't forget to follow our new series, Timeline of Conflict, for more stories that matter.